Hey, what's up, everybody? Once again, we are live. This is mental performance coach Jay Hollingshed coming to you again. This is day 7 of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Now, we are actually today is day 7, so we're talking about positive and negative self-talk. Now, when it comes to positive and negative self-talk, I'm talking about that voice that's inside of your head that keeps talking over and over and over and will not shut up. That voice is called your psyche. And the thing is, I want you to think about your psyche as a parakeet. It's going to repeat over and over and over what's been repeated to it over and over and over. It's kind of like the words your parents used to tell you every day, day in and day out, repeatedly over and over and over. You know, my dad, he's gone now, God rest his soul, but there are things that I want to do or that I may think about doing, and I can hear his voice talking, and it's my psyche repeating what my dad would say. Now, a lot of us, we don't agree with our psyche. We don't like our psyche. We wish that voice would shut up and be quiet. We wish that because it goes against what we are trying to do. A lot of times our psyche produces the negative self-talk. It instills the doubts. When we really want to do something and the minute we get ready to start, the opportunity is there. It's prime, it's ready. All of a sudden, your psyche comes in and says, you can't do that. You're not big enough. You're not strong enough. You don't know enough. You're not ready for it. Those are the things your psyche would tell you. But our psyche is more negative than positive because we live in an environment that feeds off negativeness, off negativity. Our society feeds off negativity. So that's what's being circulated. And as I stated earlier, your psyche repeats what's it exposed to over and over and over again. And we live in a negative society. So the first thing that we're going to think the majority of the times is negativity. Now, here's my suggestion. If that voice won't be quiet, you can't silence it. It won't shut up. And if it must talk, control the conversation. Make it say what you want it to say. It's your psyche. You're the one that's actually allowing it to be fed the words that influences its words to you. Control the conversation. Make it say what you want to hear. How do you do that? Simple, easy peasy. Now, there are different words are seeds. And each word that we hear is a seed placed in our mind to be processed by our psyche. Now, more than just words, seeds come in the form of the music we listen to, the books we read, the movies we watch, the people we hang around. And if all of those or any of those entities are negative, then yes, it's planting negative seeds in our mind for our psyche to process. Next thing you know, it's telling us what we usually hear. It's reminding us of our environment. So the minute we try to go against the grain and grow personal growth or do something positive, psyche is going to spit out some words that we already have heard before. Let's take the news, for example. You turn on the news. How much positiveness or positivity are you going to hear from the news? Not much at all. Personally, I don't watch the news because of the negative effect it has on me. When I watch the news, I start to get a little frustrated. And if anything frustrates me, I just turn it off, do away with it. I control what frustrates me and what won't frustrate me. I control the way I want to feel. Now, to control your psyche and have it say what you want it to say, you got to get hellaciously aggressive with your affirmations. I said hellaciously aggressive with your positive affirmations. Now, your positive affirmations, you repeat those over and over and over and over and over. You are programming your mind and conditioning your mind to say what you want to happen. The places we live, our conditions that we live in right now, what we're surrounded by, all of these come from the decisions we've made. One decision influences another decision. But all of our decisions are influenced by our psyche, because our psyche is probably the most influential voice that we have, because it's constantly talking. It influences us. So why not get in front of our psyche and influence it with our positive affirmations over and over and over again? Like, I am great. I am good. I am not overweight. I am not overweight. I am not overweight. I take that back. Don't say I am not overweight, because your subconscious mind does not recognize negatives. You want to speak in the positive. You would say, I am thin, or I am a perfect size. I am whatever pounds. If you are 300 pounds and you want to be 200 pounds, you just say, I am 200 pounds. I am 200 pounds. I am 200 pounds. Next thing you know, you're programming your psyche to say that in your head. Every time you get ready to do something you shouldn't do weight-wise, your psyche is not going to feed the negativity. It's going to feed you the positiveness. It's going to feed you, I am 200 pounds. Say you get ready to eat something sweet. You know you don't need it. Your psyche is going to say, I am 200 pounds. The sweetness, you're going to think twice about that. So that's the negative and positive atmosphere that you can produce from influencing your psyche. Instead of listening to the negativeness, produce the positiveness. You can control your psyche, control the conversation, influence it, and don't let it influence you. After all, it's your psyche. You are the one in control. Thank you for listening. I do appreciate you. This has been mental performance coach Jay Hollingshed, bringing you my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Today is day 7, and the subject was positive and negative self-talk. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And until then, be well, stay blessed, and through love, be a blessing.